Hey, how are you? Last week I was talking about, I'm a great healer, and like I was broadcasting about how, you can't be too modest and you have to broadcast your services. And I thought about it a bit more, and I'm still believing in that. So nothing has changed, but I kind of thought about it a bit more deeply. And I realized that it's not a question of being modest or being like egotistic or anything like that. It's very much to do with like I've known with self-love. So what it is that like I've known these things, I've felt these things for many years. But why didn't I start broadcasting 2 years ago? Why didn't I do that like 3 weeks ago? And why did it happen last week? And my understanding and my realization was that I I had all the kind of knowledge and skill, but I didn't have the enough self-love in myself, and my cup wasn't full. And through the work that I've been doing on myself and all the kind of workshops I go to and all the kind of practices that I do, it's kind of directed it back to myself to love myself first. And that's the progression. So I felt like my cup has become so full that it's now overflowing. It's like if I beforehand was going to love other people, or just being, full of like trying to save the world and come from this place of lack in myself, then that was what was going wrong. It was totally off balance, and it was not sustainable, and it felt fake, because how can I love other people or like support other people when I'm not doing the very acts on myself, and I'm the closest person to me? And if I can't love myself, then how can I extend that outwardly? So that has to do basically with first loving ourselves, and then trust yourself. Don't go around trying to heal the world too quickly. You will know. You will know when the time comes to do that. And it's when you've loved yourself enough, then it becomes very natural. I couldn't do anything but broadcast, because I know my intentions are clear now. It's the same love I'm giving myself. And as we expand in love, the boundaries dissolve, in the sense that we realize that actually, everybody's like me or like you. We're all kind of the same, with different variations, and that we develop more empathy. So then it becomes actually quite a natural thing, because what you're loving, you realize that you are connected to everything else, and it is really just one. And it's an illusion that's keeping that realization away from you in a practical way. So then you could just open up and let that radiate out of you, let that like flow out of you. And that's the kind of thing that is happening for me. And that's why I'm kind of happy to be sharing this, because I just know that this is what's meant to be happening. People talk about purpose. They say, okay, what's your purpose in life? Do you know what you're going to do in 10 years' time? And I go, that's besides the point. Who knows what I'm going to be? I might not even be alive tomorrow. There's no knowing. This is just we don't want to kid ourselves. So what's my purpose? And I feel like my purpose is to be connected, to love myself. And when I am, that love that comes through me will guide me. I don't have to get too kind of bogged down about like growing plans. A simple holistic plan of just knowing who I am, connecting myself to the source of love that comes through my heart, that is enough. That is the purpose. And anything that happens beyond that is spirit taking over you and giving you wings. And if you sit down thinking about it, then actually you're trying to do the spirit's work with your head, and you're just going to get in your head. So don't do it. So just to share, because basically, I like to see people being able to heal themselves, and a lot of people in in my tribe are doing that, and a lot of people are like at different stages. So the thing to realize is that we're all healers, and we're all capable of doing this, and you just need to get past your conditioning, all the limiting beliefs, all the things people have told you, all your fears, and get to this place of connectedness with yourself. So with that said, I would like to just like show you simple things, you know. And again, if we were together, I have, you know, I could go further, and deeper, and but right now, this is like, I just want to empower you to realize that you can actually heal yourself, and you could be creative with it. You don't, you know, it's all inside you anyway. So it's a simple thing. We've got a chakras, different chakras, obviously. This is the heart chakra. So a simple thing is just to bring your hand out as if you're going to give yourself healing. And the color of the heart chakra is green. So if you're kind of a visual person, you could think green. You could sing R, which is alphabet A, but like R. Because that tone relates to the heart. So perhaps like follow me for a few times. For yourself, you could do this a lot longer, but I'm just showing you the things, and you have to take responsibility for your healing. So, you know, then the healings only work if you work. So the things to, a few pointers there, is that if you already worked on yourself a lot, then it feels natural to love yourself, okay? So when you do this, you just be like, oh, it's as if I'm hugging myself, and that's beautiful. The other possibility is that you will come against resistance and the things that, like, maybe there's a voice, a strong voice in your back of your head is going to go, you love yourself, you're kidding, who are you worth loving? So it's good, that's a good thing. If you're sensing that, that's a good thing, because my attitude is that when I'm in this position and I'm acting, my intention is to love myself. But if I unearth things that, those are the limiting beliefs, those are the saboteurs, those are the things that are preventing me from reaching my potential. So the very act, what happens is that you're putting love energy into your heart, and then there's these a lot lesser than love thoughts or feelings in there, and it's like they're running away, and as they're running away, they're emerging. So it's good, it's a good thing. And also they could give you memories, they could give you, oh, this is why I feel like this. Maybe an idea comes around and you go, oh, you remember that the guy in school, he told me that I'm stupid, and since then I've been believing I'm stupid. So it's really allowing just this, creating this space, focusing. And when I started doing this, I kind of got like images, insights, notions of all these limiting beliefs that have been hidden, and they just come out, or you get a chance to see them. And the thing is, illusions live in darkness. So if you can see the illusions, that's half your battle won. So stay in that position. I went through a phase of doing this with all my chakras for, like, you know, I don't know, like even when I'm washing the dishes, just like focusing. And also chakras have got a sound each. So you can just be saying the sound while you're washing the dishes and just focus on that. And with the intention of unearthing, what is it that prevents you from your greatness? What are the thoughts, emotions, and things, blockages that are preventing you from greatness? And just allow them to rise to the surface and leave. So I leave that with you.